Test 2, 3. Test. Test. 1, 2, 3, 4. Test.
Need some help?
No, I'm just making sure. How are you?
All right, you?
Hey.
What?
So, and I get it. My wife's like that. And I'm full of you got the tone. Glad you made it out. Sorry, we're gonna try to do this, I think, every other week.
Okay.
So April 1st is the next one. They don't have a place yet.
Okay. Am I going first?
Yeah, let's get you up first.
Coming out?
Sure. Like myself on camera. A new mixer too. Jack, how's the volume? Jack, how's the volume? Good, not hot. We're perfect. Turn it up. Let me. All right, is that better? Jack, is that better? All right, we good? Awesome. Jack, how's the volume? Good, not hot. We're perfect. All righty, you guys ready to get this started? Hopefully you're buying a lot of food, drinking a lot of soda. Right, Mr. Smith? All righty, so. Better? Oh. How about now? Now you should be good. Helps if I mute the right button.
Hello?
Yep.
Oh, I can hear
You-
I don't hear you at all.
How's that? Pop an ear off and I'll just talk loud.
That's fine.
All right. All righty.
You can hear me though?
Loud.
Okay.
Okay, can you hear Coach?
Hello? Can you hear me? Okay.
I'll turn that gear. All right.
Whoa, that's loud. Now that's too much.
There?
Down a little bit. There you go.
All right, perfect. All right, Rock Hardball on deck. Episode 4. Start us one off with Coach Carter. So we are now 3-1 district play.
2-1.
2-1. 2-1 district. Hour. All right, let's see. All righty. Aaron, do me a favor. Make sure that this is streaming. All right, we should be good.
Okay.
All right, so 2-1 season, district play. Where are we at so far? What are you saying?
we got to clean some things up, obviously. Right now, the biggest problem we've had is walks. Um, we've had, 24 walks in 3 games, which is way too many. Um, but we've shown some grit. We've shown some tenacity, which I really do like, and I really do think that's going to help us as we continue to move forward. Um, Vista Ridge, we split with them. They're a good ball club. Um, we things didn't bounce our way in the first game, in my opinion. They got some third baseman had some balls that just bounced right in his wheelhouse. But our kids can continue to compete and continue to give us a chance, and that's the most important thing. We'll continue to put our best product out there and see what we can do to make. Oh, that's loud. Make things go in the right direction.
There you go.
I think tomorrow night's going to be a big night that we need to really stack some things on top of each other, continue to improve our hitting, and which I thought was much better on Saturday. I thought we squared the ball up pretty well. We're going to have a challenge. I'm assuming Salas is going to be on the mound for McNeil, and he was an all-district player last year, and he's their guy on this year. So we're going to see their number one guy, as we usually see, and continue to get better.
So,
Whoa, that was loud.
let me take me down. All right. It froze. Hold on, let's try it this way. Is it streaming on? We're going to pause for a second here. Is it streaming on? I kicked the power off, so yeah, that's why we're not hearing phones. Now you can hear me in your ear. It helps if we plug everything in. All right, let me just. I got it. All right, we're good. It's good, Aaron. We're good. Perfect. All righty. So you mentioned Salas most likely pitching.
Yeah, I would assume that's the guy.
Yep.
Now, the third baseman told me that he tweaked his hamstring against Westwood playing first base after they pulled him on Tuesday night.
Yep.
So whether that will affect the way he pitches and whether he does pitch, that's just we'll have to wait and see. But that's what we're expecting to see.
So now, from a pitching perspective, let's talk a little bit. Your reliever's been outstanding. Weston Andreka, Brooks Miklinchek, two that just stand out, that kind of jump out at us. What are you seeing for tomorrow night and this week? A little different, Tuesday night and Wednesday night. So Tuesday night, McNeil, Wednesday night, Cedar Ridge.
We're going to stay with our routine. We're going to go with Josh tomorrow night and let him go as long as he can go. And then we'll have Andreka, Oppel, Hearthcock, Broaddus, whoever can be in relief. We can use the whole staff. Our thought process is, and we've already communicated this to the players. Brooks, we had to pull Brooks on Friday because we knew he was going to come back and throw on Wednesday.
Got it.
Omar, we tried to extended him in the 60, 70 pitch count because we knew we weren't going to bring him back, but we did want to limit Brooks, as we treated more like a bullpen session where he pitched 30 pitches, less than 30 pitches, and we're ready to bring him back on Wednesday against Cedar Ridge.
And then looking at Wednesday night as we go up against Cedar Ridge, what's the thought here this week? So is it Josh tomorrow night and then
Brooks on Wednesday?
Brooks on Wednesday? Oh, okay. So Brooks is going to move into the starter.
That's the plan right now.
Awesome. Now let's talk about the hitting, right? So Vista Ridge, Tuesday night, we only 3 or 4 hits. Saturday, much better. They strung it together. How do you keep the players confident? Because several of them, like Luke Broaddus, jumps out. He's absolutely hammering the baseball all over the field. Guys are making catches, some of them spectacular catches. How do you keep the players kind of, mentally? This game is such a mental game.
That's the hardest part, and I really can't do that. They have to learn how to turn the page and live in the present and not worry about the last. All you can do is hit the ball hard. If you can square the baseball up, you can't control the results that happen from it. A line drive at the shortstop, you hit it hard. Dive and catch in the outfield. That's not nothing you can control. Our big deal is keep putting good swings on the baseball and give yourself a chance by putting the ball in play and making them play catch. And that's a big thing at the high school level is it's not how far you hit it. It's about making them defend it.
Yep.
And if you can minimize the strikeouts by putting the ball in play, you give yourself a chance no matter who you are.
Now, when we look, looking at, we've talked about this before. We've talked about it on air, right? You've got really 6 strong outfielders.
Yep.
You've got 3 or 4 really strong middle infielders, right? How do you keep people or players like mentally in it, fighting for playing time when, it's tough?
That's the hardest part every day. It happens in practice. How you approach practice on a daily basis. If you go through the motions and don't work on your skill set and your craft in practice, it's hard to carry that into a game on Friday night or Tuesday night. And you really got to focus in on being present every day. And do I make all the right decisions? I'll be the first to say no. And Coach Rod and I, but we do discuss everything. We talk, all the moves we try to make. We try to discuss them. Are we always right? No. Sometimes they make us right. Sometimes they don't. And so.
Well, we've talked about that too. On the other side of the net, everybody knows the best, what to do.
And everybody wants the best, their kid in the best state to be on the field. And I get that. And I want that. I want every kid to want to be able to have an opportunity. And I'm all for it. I'd love to be able to say I'm going to play all 26 of you guys. But in the grand scheme of it, it's hard to do in a 7-inning ball game.
Yep. All right.
But we do have, as you saw the other day, we do have some opportunities where we can get some kids some at bats or some pinch running or some defensive substitutions, and we're going to continue to do those things.
Yep.
Because that's going to make us better.
Now, I'm not going to say any names. Couple of arms have been sore.
Yeah.
How are we there? How are we there on some of the pitchers that have been
getting better?
Yeah.
I'm going to say Isaac.
Yep.
He's through 180 feet today.
Yep.
No
I'll let you say whoever you want. I'm not saying any names.
No pain, and so that's a very positive thing. We still have a couple other seniors, and I'm not going to go into the detail, but that are still trying to work through some discomfort, and I'm not going to push them. I'm going to let them. They have to communicate with me, and they're doing a good job with doing that. And this is where I'm at. This is where how I feel, and we want them. I want nothing. The most important thing to me is their health.
Sure. And
I want them to be able to be healthy, not necessarily if it doesn't mean for the Dragons, then it means for next year or down the road. Then I get that piece, and I'm gonna to work with them. They're still a great value to our team and big asset to our team, and can help our team in multiple ways. And that's what we need is everybody to be able to help us in different ways.
So is that for those recovering, Isaac 1, right? Is that the normal? We start about 130 feet, moving back to 180, and then kind of go to the mound?
Then get them on the slope.
Yep.
That's the big thing. We want to. There's him and a couple others that we're trying to work them back through it. And the big thing is getting the distance where there's no discomfort. They feel comfortable, and then we'll get them on the slope and get them throwing down the mound.
Excellent. So we talked in the past about the different levels that we have, or seasons, right?
Yeah.
You've got the scrimmages well behind us, tournaments well behind us. Now the bullets are flying. Yeah. District play, it's real.
And this is the hardest season because all these kids know each other. All these coaches know each other, and so they know how to pitch. They know what people's strong points and weaknesses are, and so when you get in the playoffs, that becomes a whole different deal because you don't know anybody, and that comes down to scouting and what you they were able to figure out. Coach Rod, Coach Solom's also done a fantastic job in helping and doing the scouting piece, and we have a plan for McNeil that each kid's knows how to play them, and we'll have one for Cedar Ridge, and we'll have one for Manor, and we'll have one for everybody we play, and it just gives us a chance to feel like we have done our due diligence to get prepared.
So without giving any trade secrets away, What's that look like the recruiting, not recruiting, the scouting process? What's that like when you're scouting other teams? How far ahead are you? Like, what's that look like in a normal week? Is there a set day or
Well,
time? Like, what's that process?
with the way we have our schedule set up, I mean, we have to have Cedar Ridge scouted by tomorrow,
Yeah.
so we can put the scouting piece together. We can create the cards for the kids so they know how to play them. That we have Coach Rod and I have an idea on how we're gonna pitch certain guys, and so I'm finishing. I was working on that before I came here. That's what I was. One of the things I was doing was continuing to scout games and what they've done and so forth. And we try to stay one step ahead, a couple days ahead. And even though we go home once I get done with my kids and they go to bed, I still am working, trying to prepare for the next game.
Has, over the 22 years, has that gotten a little bit easier nowadays with, technology? Like every game's on NFHS or every
Absolutely.
game's out there.
It's easier. It's not. Actually, we've started doing it more because of that, and not because of we won't be able to go out and see them as much, but we are able to use some technologies in order to figure those pieces out.
Yeah, far cry from the days when I used to meet at a gas station and trade a VHS
Yeah,
cassette
absolutely,
for football games.
absolutely. The digital realm. I mean, you can go on the Perfect Game or PBR or all that stuff, and you can see people's spin rates, their velocity, and things of that nature. So those things definitely help. Videos, you can't beat seeing have a video on guys and be able to see what they're able to do and how they spin the ball and so forth.
So now I fully get it. I know, like at this point of the year, you want your team to kind of hit their best playing days at the end of the district, right? You want them to
Yeah.
continue to progress and be playing the best baseball at the end. How is the team where you'd like them to be? Obviously, we'd like them to be perfect.
Yeah.
No one's perfect. So, how are they progressing to where you'd like them to be? Are you happy with that progression? Would you like? I mean, we talked about the pitching a little bit. Cutting back on the walks.
Well, pitching and defense are the key to winning at the high school level, no doubt about it. You can manufacture runs by bunting, hit and run, walks, things of that nature. But pitching and defense is how you win the games.
Sure.
And when you make 4 or 5 errors or you walk 10 or whatever, I mean, you can put the numbers out there. Those things put you in a bind. You don't have. It's hard to defend a guy walking to the plate because we walked
Sure.
bases loaded. So
Those always come back to bite you.
That's
too.
right.
The walks always, and then one kid gets a hit, now 2 runs score.
correct. I mean, look at the Vista Ridge game
Yeah.
the other night. They had 3 hits total, and one of them was bases loaded, and nobody out.
Yep.
And that's a backbreaker. And I'm not criticizing anything. We just got to clean things up. We got to continue to gain confidence. And I think one of the biggest thing right now is, and I could be wrong, is we're afraid to make a mistake at times. It looks like we're playing timid instead of being aggressive. And I feel like we got to get that swagger back and that little hitch in our get along, so to speak.
Yeah.
As my dad used to say, get the hitch back in your get along and let's get going. And these kids are talented. They're confident. They need to have that confidence in everything they're doing every day, and it's there. We just got to continue to build it.
Excellent. And, one of the players that stood out to me, we've talked about Brooks. I mean, just his pitching has been lights out. Last year,
Knock on wood.
yeah, last year he had around a 1 ERA. This year, even better. Looking at Dove Stickler, 0.636, a 0.636 ERA coming into Saturday's game. And then I look over at, Cade Goddard, 3-game hitting streak. He's starting to warm up.
Yeah, and that's what we need. We need some guys to get hot, and the key is the 6, 7, 8, 9 holes getting on base. That's a huge piece of high school baseball. If you can get your 6, 7, 8, or 9 hole guys getting on base and figure out ways to get on where maybe you can turn it over to the top of the lineup and get those guys to drive some runs in, or vice versa. I mean, I'll take 1 through 9. If I get 1 through 9 on the base, I'm excited because we're scoring a lot of runs.
Well, talk about number 9 batter. I often call him the best 9-hole hitter in the state of Texas. well, probably in high school baseball, in J.P. Casman. Kind
You
of
know,
gives you two leadoff batters in that lineup.
What JP does well, and I don't want to jinx him, is he puts the ball in play. He minimizes strikeouts because he cuts his swing down and understands give myself a chance if I can put the ball in play and make them play catch. And it's been beneficial. His strikeout percentage, I think last year was like at 6%,
Yeah, I think
which
he has
is,
two. I think he's second lowest this season in strikeouts and all those at
and
bats.
you watch him when in his at bats, he doesn't do anything fancy. He just puts the ball, bat on the ball, bat the ball is good.
Yeah, and I don't think there's anybody that I've seen that I'd rather have at the plate in the sixth, seventh inning from what I've seen last year and this year than what he's been able to do.
There's a lot of guys like that, and that's what's nice about our squad is we got guys we can plug in some of those situations and minimize some strikeouts and make them play catch.
Now, how do you manage? Wrap it up here in a minute, but how do you manage coming into spring break? Right in the middle of this, you want to give the boys a little bit of a breather. It's a lot of baseball, and there's a lot more ahead of us on the after the break.
They didn't like me this morning. They showed up with sleep in their eyes and kind of going through the motions, and we had to get their attention. And it's not that I don't love them, and I understand that it's spring break and all that, but you can't just show up and think that just because it says Dragons on our jersey, the people are gonna say, oh, we'll just let them win. You got to earn it in practice, and the way we started practice today was not at our standard, and so we got our attention right, and once we did, our practice turned out pretty well, and we've ended it really well, I thought, in our defensive segments, and we just got to take that and build on it tomorrow.
So excellent. So McNeil tomorrow night at 7, Cedar Ridge 7 o'clock on Wednesday night, and then we come back the following Tuesday.
Correct, and McNeil. I told them this before we left today. McNeil has lost 3 one-run ball games in district play, and their coach said that's frustrating. He's frustrated. I gotta say, he got put in a very difficult situation. I don't know if you know the history behind that, but the Coach Brad Croak, was their head coach until January 1, first week of January.
Yeah, I did know
And
that.
he got an opportunity to go to the DPS Academy,
Okay.
and Coach Montgomery was basically his assistant, was basically slid into that spot. He's only got 2 or 3 years of experience total coaching, and so he's learning on the run. And he was frustrated after our game. He said that's 3 one-loss ball games, and they're gonna be ready to play tomorrow. I know they are. They're gonna be at home. They're gonna be excited, and so we're gonna have to show up and really be dialed in and play our brand of baseball.
No, absolutely. I mean, that's a scrappy team, and we know you let those scrappy teams hang with you too long.
Yeah.
That bites you in the end.
Absolutely. And then, we turn around, we have a quick turnaround. We don't get another practice in between. And we go to Cedar Ridge for the the strikeout cancer game, one of the strikeout cancer games with them. It's going to be a pretty vibrant crowd, I'm assuming. And we'll have a lot of people there to help with the strikeout cancer piece. And Cedar Ridge wants a piece of us.
Sure.
They're out, they're playing really well. They're swinging the bat really well. We're going to have to go out and perform to our standards and try and play one pitch at a time instead of trying to go win the game with one swing of the bat.
Awesome. Well, good luck, Coach.
Thank
Rock
you.
Hardball on deck with Coach Carter.
Thank you
Always
very much.
good to see you.
You as well.
Is that too loud for you?
No, that's good.
All right, perfect. All righty, you ready? Rock hardball on deck with the great Brooks Miklinchek. You know, it's fun. I always have to spell your name every time we're traveling. The announcers are always asking me how to spell it and how to pronounce it. They haven't figured out Coach Carter's chicken scratch yet on the lineup card. All right, so tell us, Brooks. Tell us about yourself, your family, siblings.
Um, I got two sisters over there. I got two dogs. That's Ava, Cortland, and then yeah, that's about it.
So Ava's a softball player, right?
Cortland is.
Portland
She's a
is.
freshman.
I heard she's better than you. So what's it
Yeah.
like to be the second best Miklinchek playing at Round Rock?
It's chill.
Chill.
Yeah.
All righty. Now, how about your mom and dad? Your dad's what's it like having Round Rock firefighters sitting in
that's
the
cool.
stands?
It's cool. Yeah, I seen them pull up in the fire truck. Yeah, it's very cool.
There's another guy we used to have do that, Travis Secor, and his dad used to come out, and half of the house would be out there with him. All right, who's the smartest one in your family?
It's probably. I don't know. That's a good question. It's probably my mom. I guess I'll say my mom. I don't know.
Now, what sports did you play growing up?
I played basketball, football, and baseball.
And when did you kind of settle into baseball?
It was kind of always baseball for me. I kind of just did football and basketball on the side with my friends usually, but since t-ball, that was kind of my thing.
So you started playing t-ball. What's your earliest baseball memory?
Probably playing with a little bat in my backyard with my dad when I was like 4.
And when did you first picture yourself as a high school baseball player? Did you ever think about it? Like, were you part of Dragon Skills where you'd see the kids come through school and get to meet the players? Did Jace ever drag you out to watch his older brother play?
I think I only watched a couple times, but I mean, I feel like ever since I was little, I kind of had the idea I wanted to go to the league, but you know,
So
I
what?
mean,
Tell me about what orgs did you play in growing up?
what was that?
What organizations did you play with?
Oh,
Like you play Town and Country? Did you play Round
yeah.
Rock to start?
So I played Town and Country until I was about like 3rd or 4th grade, I think, and then I joined. I don't know if you know the Bronx Bombers.
I
don't
did know
if
the
you're-
Bronx Bombers.
Yeah, I played with them for a little while, and then I think 7th grade I went to Action, and then I finally went to Titans, and I stayed with them for all of high school.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Who did you play for out there? The last season you played for them.
What was that?
Who did you play with for? Who was your coach? Dustin was it?
It was Dustin.
Yep.
For, I think Tony was my first coach,
Tony. Yep.
and then it was Dustin for the rest of high school.
So did you remember being in elementary school, Dragon Scales coming to your school?
I don't think they came to my class. No, I don't remember. Not really.
What's it feel like walking through hallways today, including your old school, and now
I mean-
you're the one the kids are looking up to?
It's a weird feeling knowing that like we're all grown up now. Like I don't know. It's crazy.
What's your most memorable baseball play ever?
Oh, most memorable. Like
For
play,
you?
like
Yeah,
for me.
for you. Could be a play, could be in that bat, could be.
That's a good question. Probably pitching against Reagan last year.
That was a good game.
Yeah,
That was a fun win.
that was a good one.
All right, so let's talk about that a little bit, right? So Brooks
Yeah.
batting 333 on the year, 394 on base percentage, 3 doubles, 11 RBIs, 5 runs, only 3 Ks on the year. So very disciplined approach. and I think one of them I can remember was a really bad call. If I'm
Yeah, I would
American.
say it's a bad call. I didn't. I thought those were outside, but can't
So,
really know.
so now you're getting a lot of playing time. Your bat speaking volumes, right?
Yeah.
How do you keep a good attitude? Always wanting to be out there, not always being out there. Like, how do you stay positive and stay in that game?
I mean, I really just think it's fun to be out there. Just keep it a game. I'm just not like I'm not too worried about like messing up or anything because
Let's go do your thing.
yeah.
Nice. All right. So let's talk about your pitching. Last year, I can't remember. I think it was like a 1.136. I mean, you were first team reliever in my eyes. Like you should have been all state. I mean, you were lights out. Seriously. This year, pitching 19 innings, 3-0, 17 hits, 9 earned runs, a 2.21 ERA, 1.211 WHIP, and you've left 15. You pressure that hasn't phased you. You left 15 base runners on base. So, what do you like better? We just heard from Coach. You're starting Wednesday night against Cedar Ridge. Do you have any friends on that team?
Um, Not really. I think I got like two,
Like
maybe.
two?
Yeah.
What do you like better, starting or reliever?
Reliever for sure.
What is it that you like about being a reliever?
I just think it's cool to come in and just like shut them down, like win the game.
Who's your favorite player ever playing baseball?
Ever?
Major League Baseball, top two, one or
Right.
two.
Anthony Rizzo.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. What's your secret? How have you been so successful up there? 2 years back to back. You've had a very low ERA. You've come in relief. You've been outstanding. What's working?
I mean, I just go up there and try to throw strikes. Really. I mean, I don't try to do too much, but I guess it's working. So, yeah.
Awesome. What's your goals for the season?
Loki probably hit a home run. I want to hit a home run.
Nice. And what is it? What does a 2026 successful rock hardball season look like? So it's June. You've graduated high school.
Yeah.
Season's over.
I mean, it would be to win state for sure. I mean, I think we have the squad to do it if we put it all together.
So what's next for you? After you become a rock hardball alumni?
Um, I mean, if I were to get an offer, I may think about it. I
So
mean,
you're
I'm
still
not
in that
trying.
recruiting process,
I
keeping
mean,
the doors open.
I'm not trying to get recruited, but I mean, as of right now, it's probably go to college. Yeah, Texas Tech.
Texas Tech.
Yeah.
Now, did your parents go there?
Uh,
No, you'll be the first.
Yep.
All right. Well, with a 333 batting average and a 2.21 ERA, I won't be surprised if you're getting a lot of emails. Or if not, you'll start getting a lot. All righty. Let's go into speed round. You ready for speed round? Now I mixed these up so they'll be a little different, so that way you guys can't just. So Juan, Brandon, you can't just kind of rely on these questions because I did mix them up and I reordered. All righty. Favorite movie?
The Thing.
Who's the most gullible teammate?
Probably Dylan Slocum.
Who's the second most gullible?
I don't know. Probably Coleman.
Who are the three fastest players on the team?
Jace, Jack. Who is it?
You gotta love them ponying for.
The third? Maybe Maddox. Maybe.
What's your pregame hype song?
Probably Man in the Box by Alice in Chains.
Who throws the hardest?
Josh.
Who throws second hardest?
Probably Omar.
Who would be the best future coach? See, I told you I mixed them up. I wasn't going to make it
Dang.
too easy on you.
I don't know. Maybe Jack. I'll give it to Jack.
Who talks the most trash on the team?
Oh, Luke Rod for sure.
Who's the best poker player?
Who is the best poker player? I don't think I've played that much poker with these guys. I heard Dylan's good.
Favorite ballpark snack? I feel like a failure as his dad. I'm just going to say that right there.
Oh,
Favorite ballpark snack?
probably hot dog.
Game on the line. Who do you want on the mound?
Oh, Brandon.
Who has the smoothest swing on the team?
Probably probably Jack.
Favorite rom-com, romantic comedy?
Oh, what is it? With Heath Ledger. I don't know. What is it called? 10 Things I Hate About You. Yeah.
Who keeps the dugout the most fired up?
Probably Jace Kibbett.
Second funniest teammate.
Second.
Second funniest teammate.
Probably Maddox.
Last song you listened to?
Last song. I think it was Psycho by Post Malone.
Who's the best defensive player on the team?
JP.
What's the best nickname on the team?
Probably Baby Drew.
What's your favorite nickname out of anybody? Could be pro sports, could be yours, could be.
Wait, what?
Yeah, don't read these. I'm making them up as we go, bud.
Best nickname for
Anybody.
me?
A Major League Baseball player could be you.
I have no idea.
I stumped them. See, we're doing something right here. Who has the worst music taste on the team?
Oh, Max Man.
If you could watch a baseball game with anyone, dead or alive, who would it be?
Probably my dad.
Favorite baseball movie?
Oh, Sandlot.
Who would? I already asked that one. Who would you trust to plan a team road trip? Who's most reliable? Like you guys are going on a road trip or vacation. Who do you trust to do the planning for that trip?
Probably Josh.
Who has the weirdest superstition or pregame routine?
Definitely Josh, probably. Yeah, Josh.
Who has the best hair on the team? Jack has a little bit of a mullet going there.
Yeah.
A little flow action.
Joey. Probably. I'll give it to Josh. Again. Yeah.
Favorite artist or band right now?
There's a lot. Right now, probably. Wow, I want to check my phone, but Can you come back to this one?
Yeah, we definitely can.
I think about it.
Alrighty. Who would forget their cleats on game day?
Joey
Game on the line. Who do you want at the plate?
at the plate. JP Cab.
Who's most likely to be late?
Brandon.
Who's the best teammate as a leader in the locker room?
A leader. That's a good question. Probably Josh. I'll give it to Josh.
Josh, most likely to be late?
No, that was Brandon.
Okay, Brandon. Got it. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Did I stump you a little bit?
Yeah.
All righty. Well, Brooks Miklinchek, great job,
Thank
buddy.
you, man.
Alrighty, we're back. Rock Hardball on deck. Season 1, Episode 4 with Juan Bracho. Is it Juan Bracho or Juan Bracho Jr.?
Juan Bracho Jr.
Juan Bracho Jr. So tell us about, now this one I'm excited about because you got a unique story,
Yeah,
especially right now with everything going on in the world,
yeah.
right? So tell us about your family, siblings.
So I have a little brother. His name is Juan too, actually,
Mhm.
and my dad's name's Juan too. So there's 3 Juans. My mom's right there, and I have a dog that's part of the family too. But I have family back at home, Venezuela, like all my grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins. They're all over there, and they're supporting me, always watching my games and stuff.
So let's talk a little bit about there, right? We won't
Yeah.
get too deep. We won't get political. Don't
Yeah.
worry.
It's
I
all
used to
good.
be a coach. Enough people don't like me, so I'll stay off the politics of it. But a lot going on in the world. Venezuela, you got family back there. How old were you when you came over to the U.S.?
I was 9 years old. I came over here. I first moved to Florida, Orlando, and then I moved over here.
What brought you to Round Rock, Texas?
My dad had some work here, and we decided to move over here. I think I was in 7th grade. Yeah,
Was it hard leaving your grandparents, having to relocate to Florida?
yeah. It was really hard for me, like, you know, having to learn not only that, but having to learn a new language, meet new friends, all that. All that kind of went to everything, and yeah, I'm glad I'm here with everyone and got to meet new people.
And then tell us about your family. How are they doing back in Venezuela? Your grandparents? And
Yeah, they're doing great. They're always happy. My grandpa, I always talk to him. I always call him. My same with my cousins too. It was my aunt's birthday like a couple of days ago, and I'm always on the phone with them and checking up with them. So it's good. They're
good,
all
they're
doing
good.
good.
They're
Yeah,
safe, and everything's good
yeah,
there for them.
everything's good.
Excellent. What was it like 7th grade? So you're in Orlando. You're learning English, which I think is funny. You speak English better than I do, and I'm born and raised. That's the only language I speak, right? So you now move from Orlando. You make some friends, and now you uprooted. You move into Round Rock, Texas. What was that like for you? How long did it take you to settle in?
Yeah. So when I moved to Texas, it was actually COVID. So it was 7th grade, so I had online school, and I went to Pearson Ranch.
Uh-huh.
So I mean, I kind of knew some people, but I didn't get to like talk to them every day in class because obviously online school and all that stuff. But when I was already over here, I already knew English, which it was good. It was 5th grade or it was 4th grade that I didn't know English like all the way through like 6th grade.
Mhm.
I was kind of still learning, but when I moved over here, I could speak it pretty well, pretty good.
What was the secret? How did you pick it up so well? Like, how did you become so fluent so quickly?
I like for me, obviously I remember like the first day I was like, what is going on? Like everyone's just like I didn't know anything and it was like really tough for me like the first couple months. I used to like never want to go to school and like always cry and like, just I don't know, I have no friends or anything. And just being around like that, like surrounding myself with all those people that speak English, I feel like I picked it up quick. Like in 3 months, I was already pretty not fluent, but like just speaking to other people and everything.
Speaking better than Bob Slocum. Or yeah, after 3 months. Yeah, that sounds about right. All right, so now in your young life, right? These are big, huge moves, and then you have a third big move, right? You make a
Yeah,
decision. Let's go back to when you made the decision. You're playing at McNeil, and you played freshman and sophomore
yeah,
years, right?
freshman and sophomore.
Now were you JV?
Yeah,
Okay, and then you make the decision to move over to Round Rock. What went behind that? What was that like for you?
yeah. So I remember sophomore year we played y'all, and I was like, dang, they whooped our ass. We got like 13-0. It was bad, and I was like, dang, like I want to win too. I want to be a part of a good team and compete. And at first, I was gonna transfer to Westwood, but that didn't work out. And I saw Round Rock being an option. I didn't know, well, I actually knew Jace and Craig,
Hmm.
and I knew both of them. And I just like decided to take the risk and just like, I guess, just transfer schools.
As in Craig Weibel,
Yeah,
one of
Craig.
my
Yeah,
favorites. Flair. I'm going to call him Flair for now because he doesn't like when I say Flair. So you make the move over. What was it like this week? You're now playing. Are you still friends with any of the guys on the team? What's it
Yeah.
like playing again? I know
Yeah.
all these guys are playing against their old teammates, but what's it like for you, having played a couple of years with them in high school, now to be playing against
Yeah.
them?
I remember like the first time I saw McNeil back when we were playing at Glen, and it kind of hit me. I was like, dang, those are like my old friends. And then it was kind of like I'm gonna be honest, I got like a little bit nervous. I was like, they're all watching me now play at another school, and I was like, dang, like they're over there watching me. And then last game, I got the opportunity to play pretty much the whole game, and I did pretty good. Did my job, and yeah, it was a good win for us.
Excellent. Now, talk a little bit about your junior year. You make the transfer over. UIL rules. You're not allowed to play on varsity, so you've got to go play JV. What was that process like? Like, how did you stay positive through that?
Yeah, so I remember that off season, I like worked my butt off. I gained like 20 pounds. I was going to the gym like every day. During winter break, I was gaining a pound like every single day. I was like really motivated, and then when I got the news that I couldn't play varsity, I like the first like couple 2 weeks, I was like, dang, like I worked all this, I did all this just for to play JV, and then I kind of talked to my dad, and he was like, you know, everything happens for a reason and all this stuff. And, the junior class, like, I really liked them, and I had fun with them. Like, I wouldn't regret playing JV that year, to be honest. Like, last year, it was fun. It was really fun.
So I just interviewed Coach Carter, and we talked a little bit about, you know, you've got three guys in the outfield, or six guys battling it out. You got three or four of you in the mix for middle infield,
Yeah.
right? And just to give it a quick, you're batting 381 on the year, 425 on base percentage, 8 hits, 3 doubles, 2 RBI, 7 runs, 1 walk, only 1K, lowest on the
Yeah.
team, right? So you're doing fantastic.
Yeah.
You're right there in the mix, and you're juggling playing time. How do you keep positive? How do you keep a good attitude?
Yeah.
While you're battling.
Yeah, I
and
like
how do you
that.
keep the friendships? Because
Yeah.
you got friends that you're competing with.
I like that question. We talked about it in the locker room not too long ago. It was like just being a great teammate. I like kind of struggled with that last year because I don't know. It was just like my ego, like, oh yeah, I'm a junior on JV, and like I'm supposed to do good. But then like this year, I kind of got better at that, just being a better teammate myself and just thinking positive. And then when I do get the opportunity, just do my best.
Alrighty, let's go a little background questions. I wanted to hit the kind of Venezuela and everything. Who you rooting for tonight?
Venezuela,
Who you rooting for tomorrow night?
Venezuela. I got Venezuela winning it all, but
You could take
we'll
the
see.
boy out of Venezuela, but you can't take the Venezuela out of the boy.
Yep.
Alrighty, so we talked about your family. Your mom, dad. You have a younger brother, Juan.
Yep.
All right, what do you guys call him? How did your parents separate?
So his middle name is Juan Andres. So my mom just calls him by, Juan Andres like that, and he
Yep.
calls me Juan Daniel. That's my middle name.
Gotcha. Who's the best athlete in your family, including your parents?
Uh,
And since they're listening, we'll include your grandparents.
that's a good question because my dad played baseball, my grandpa played baseball, my uncle did too. I think I'm the best athlete
All right,
all around.
Who's the smartest one in your family?
My mom.
What sports did you play growing up?
I did swimming and track.
Nice. And when did you give those up? Was that hard?
I actually played basketball freshman year too. I remember that. I did track. I was like 5 through like 9, and I remember a little bit doing that, doing track. That was fun. And swimming, it was when I was like little. It was like when I was like 3 or 4. That's what my parents told me that I did when I was younger. And then
Awesome.
basketball, I quit freshman year after basketball.
And decided to go baseball full
All
time.
the way, yeah.
Excellent. So, what's your earliest baseball memory?
Earliest baseball memory. I remember my first practice ever going to the field, and we used to hit with like broomsticks and caps.
Mhm.
It was funny because It was like I remember my little brother being like 3 years old, and he would like miss a ground ball, and he would have to do like 5 laps around the field. It was really funny, and he was like what, like 3 years old, 4 years old. So I remember that, and yeah, that's probably my earliest memory.
How old were you when you started playing?
5, 4, something like that.
So it was about 3 years before you came to Orlando.
Yeah,
Awesome. Alrighty. When did you first picture yourself as a high school player?
probably my freshman year.
And what did you see yourself playing? What position did you think you'd be playing?
Since I was little,
Yeah.
an infielder, like shortstop or second base. What I play right now, definitely.
Excellent. What's it like now walking into these elementary schools doing dragon scales as now the one everyone's looking up to?
It feels kind of weird because like time moves on pretty quick, and seeing like those kids, and just it was a good experience. We didn't do that back at McNeil, but it was really fun doing that, and just like
Yep.
playing with the kids and supporting them, and just any questions that they have. Just yeah, it was good. I like it.
Now, how about travel baseball? Play with any orgs in the summers?
Yeah, I
do you
did.
play
I played with Marucci Elite
with? Marucci Elite?
last
Excellent.
summer.
Excellent. And what's your most memorable baseball play ever that you made?
Baseball play.
Could be an at bat, could be a play in the field, diving catch, game saving.
I remember at McNeil, I had like I had a couple of them actually, but I would have to say it was a championship game. It was like 2 years ago in the summer, and we were playing we were playing in Weatherford actually, and there was a lot of scouts at that game and stuff. And I got the walk-off double to win the game, and it was championship game, and I got that. And then another one, it's recently kind of. I got the bare hand play to first. I like
yep.
that one. Yeah, I had a couple. I had a couple like spin move plays. Like I get on my glove side and then spin move. When I was at McNeil, that's like my favorite play to make right there.
Nice. So, what does a successful 2026 Rock Hardball season look like for you?
For me, I want to be the best. I want to have like the highest batting average that I can possibly can, like on the team or myself.
Were you here 2 of these ago when we had Ryan Langer hands on?
Yeah,
His senior year was 512 batting average.
that's crazy.
All right.
That's
So,
crazy.
what's next for you? What does this look like? Are you going on to play college ball? Are you in the recruiting process?
So I'm talking to like a couple coaches right now. A couple.
And you don't have to say
JUCOs.
names, so you don't have to say names.
Yeah, no,
So,
it's all
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm couple JUCO options, seeing my options, just seeing what I could do after high school. But I definitely want to play college baseball.
Mhm.
And being a younger 26, the JUCO route is like pretty good for me, like perfect for me. I'm actually 17 now. I turned 18 in October, so I'm like a
Very
early
young.
senior.
Yeah.
So yeah, just being there for like a couple years, 1 to 2 years, and then transferring out to like a bigger school, just gaining more weight, developing to, better player and stuff.
Excellent. All righty. So let's hit some speed round questions. You ready?
Yeah.
All righty. So these are supposed to be fast.
Okay.
Brooks kind of slowed us down a little bit, but we won't hold that against him. All righty. Game on the line. Who do you want at the plate?
Give me JP. He's
Favorite
clutch.
baseball movie?
Sandlot. Sandlot.
Who's the funniest teammate?
Funniest teammate, Luke Rod.
Second funniest?
Second funniest, Max Min. Too much, or I don't know if people say that, but I think he's really funny.
I think he's funny too. I've known him a long time. All righty. Favorite artist or band right now?
Right now, that's a good question. Hey, Bad Bunny has to be number one. Bad Bunny.
Okay. Not named Josh Horvath. Who throws the hardest on the team?
Not named Josh Horvath.
Yep. So not Josh. Who throws second hardest on the team?
Second hardest.
Excluding Josh.
I think it's Omar.
What's the best nickname on the team?
Wabi.
Who
That's my
would
favorite.
who would forget their cleats on game day?
I'm I'm not gonna lie, it'll probably be me.
Who's going to be late?
Late, Brandon. Brandon.
Who's the most gullible teammate?
Um, wait, what does that mean?
Sorry, gullible. Who's going to fall for jokes or who can they play a trick on is going to be
Oh, Diego.
Diego. Diego gets a lot of votes.
Diego.
Diego. Okay, do you play poker at all?
Yeah.
Who's the best poker player on the team of your teammates?
Poker player. I haven't really played with a lot of people from the team, but Drew's pretty good. I played with him once. I'll have to give it to him. I'll give him that.
Who keeps the dugout the most fired up?
Kivit.
Favorite movie?
And Weston. I gotta give it to him. Favorite movie?
Yeah.
Like overall?
Yeah.
That's a good question. Spider-Man. I
Spider-Man?
like Spider-Man.
Who talks the most trash on the team?
Like to opponents or like just
Either or, however you want to go.
Bryce Morrison. He be saying some stuff to the other team. It's funny.
Last song you listened to?
Last song I listened to, I think it's a Spanish song. Either that or Don't Stop the Music. It was like, Rihanna. I like her music.
Who dresses the best on the team?
The best, like best style?
Yeah, best style.
I think I like Coleman's style, but I think me too. Me too. I include myself in that.
You and Coleman the best.
Yeah.
All right, I like that. Who has the best swing?
Best swing? Jack. Jack has the best lefty swing.
Favorite baseball ballpark snack?
It has to be seeds. I like sunflower seeds.
Who's the best defensive player?
That's a hard question. Like, JP is really good. I'll give it to him. He's really.
Who are the 3 fastest players on the team?
Josh, Jace, or either me or Baker.
Who would make the best future coach one day?
Dylan.
That's an interesting one.
Dylan.
Who has the worst music taste on the team?
Oh my God, Maddox. Oh my God, Maddox. He sometimes plays good songs, but sometimes it's just like, what is this?
Favorite romantic comedy?
Comedy? I like Titanic. I don't know if that's
Yeah.
considered
Yeah.
comedy, but I like it.
Yeah, I didn't like her though. There's definitely room for Jack on that door. That was just
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
Who's the best teammate or leader in the locker room?
In the locker room. Quinn? I'll give it to him.
Who's helped push you to be the best version of yourself this year on the team? What other player has helped push you or encourage you or
Josh. Josh or Drew?
who would you trust to plan a team road trip?
Team road trip?
Yeah, you're going away for spring break. Who do you trust to be the planner in charge of it all? Making sure you've got money, gas, food, and a place to sleep.
I need to think about
and
that.
have fun.
And have fun.
So it's kind of like who's the most responsible.
Either Min or Brooks.
Min.
Min?
The collective gas from the baseball team. What's your pregame hype song?
My walk-off song. Nueva York by Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny. Okay.
That's
Who has the weirdest superstition pregame or pregame routine? Who's
weirdest?
just really weird?
I haven't really. That's a good question.
Are you superstitious?
Probably me.
You superstitious?
I don't really hit that much. Well, I've just started to do hitting before the games, but I don't like hitting before the games.
Why is that?
I feel like I hit better when I don't hit before the games.
Kind of like my golf game.
Yeah.
Who has the best hair on the team?
Best hair?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like last year I had my highlights. I mean, I thought it was good, but like other than me, that's a good question. I like Yepes's hair.
There you go. If you could train with any Major League Baseball player for a day, who would it be?
Francisco Lindor.
Game on the line. Who do you want on the mound?
Horvath.
If you could date one actress, model, singer, or athlete, who would it be?
Model or singer.
Anyone famous? You could date anybody that was famous. Who would you go on a date with?
That's a good question. Megan Fox is up there. Margot Robbie's up there. Model.
It could be just one.
Ariana. That she's Brazilian. I forgot her name, but yeah, those two. Those two.
Awesome. All right, last question. If you could watch a baseball game with anyone, dead or alive, anybody on the planet, who would you love to spend a day just watching baseball with?
My grandpa.
In person. I like that.
person.
That's a great answer.
Yeah.
Juan, it was really great talking
Thank
with
you,
you, brother.
Thank you. You too. Thanks.
Can you hear me? All right, there we go. Rock Hardball, episode 4 here with B. Smitty. How we doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. All right. So let's start off. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but you're on the road to recovery. Coming back, how's that all going?
It's definitely been a process. I mean, I was feeling good one day and then felt a little too good, and I threw a ball and I hurt it again. But we're slowly getting there, and hopefully I'll be able to pitch the season for the Dragons.
So how have you kept a good attitude? I mean, like, mentally that beats you down, right? Senior
sir.
year, you're excited. A lot of hopes for you and the team. How do you keep a positive attitude and kind of process all of that and be you, who you are?
I would say just doing having energy for the guys. Always believe in them, even when I can't help. I can't help pitching, but I'll always try and lift them up. Base run, whatever. Just trying to be the best team I can.
Awesome. All right, let's talk a little bit about you. Tell us about your family, any siblings.
I have a mom and a dad, and then I have a brother and a sister.
Okay,
And they're
older, younger. Where are you
bro-
in the pecking order?
I'm the youngest. They're both older than me.
Nice. Are they local or are they
My brother lives in Austin. My sister lives in Abilene.
awesome? Alrighty. Who's the best athlete in your family?
Definitely me.
Who's the most humble in your family?
Uh, Probably my dad.
Who's the smartest in your family?
Definitely my brother.
What sports did you play growing up?
I played baseball, football, basketball, and I ran track a little bit.
And when did you stop playing the other sports and kind of start circling in on?
Uh, I stopped playing football like sophomore year, and I realized like my chances were better playing baseball, and I've always like liked baseball more than everything else.
Mhm.
So that's when I realized.
What's your earliest baseball memory?
Uh, I would say like in our old house, like my dad like playing toss with me, or
Mhm.
like him tossing me the ball and me hitting it.
Okay. When was the first time you pictured yourself playing high school baseball? Were you little? Were you older? Were you one that Jace dragged out to watch Jared play?
Nah, I think I knew because I went to one of them the CNC like
Mhm.
baseball camps, and I think that's when I knew I wanted to be a dragon.
When you thought of it, I mean, it's kind of a tough question, but how did you picture yourself playing? Did you see yourself playing in the field? Did you see yourself on the bump?
I definitely I saw myself playing. I played third base for a while, so I thought I was gonna be there, but
At what point did you make this decision, right? So you became a pitcher only and base runner because of
yes,
your
sir.
speed. So at what point did you make that decision? Like, hey, I've got a two-part question. When did you realize, wow, I've got something that I can take to the next level? And honing in on being a PO only.
Uh, I would say like I realized just like going to the camps and like seeing where I was at compared to other people, and like, and then also like I didn't really like hitting as much, and then I realized like my chances were way better pitching for going somewhere than hitting would be.
Gotcha. So what teams did you play for? Organizations like Town and
I
Country?
played for Round Rock BL, RBL,
Yep.
and then I played like TAZ. I played the Titans, um, Marucci. I think that's about it.
So you played with a lot of these
Played with a
guys.
lot of them, yes sir.
Excellent. Um, do you remember Dragon Scales coming to your school when you were in elementary school?
I remember the football one. I don't remember the
Hmm.
baseball.
What's it like now, being a senior, having these kids look up to you?
It's definitely humbling because like I remember being there and that felt like yesterday. Like that I was watching them in our classroom, and now I'm the one going to their classroom.
What's your most memorable baseball play ever?
Uh, I would say at Texas Fire, I was batting and it's like my furthest hit ever. I hit the top of the wall and I thought I was going out, but that was like that's like my favorite memory.
We used to play. That was probably against my team. We used to play against you. Um, when was it that you decided to become a PO? When did that move? How old were you?
uh, I was a sophomore or I was a junior actually. I just realized like I didn't like it as much as I thought I was, and
Yep.
I wasn't very good. So I just rather focus my skills on pitching than worry about both.
Was that a tough move, or was that something you
No,
were
it was.
totally at peace
I
with?
was totally at peace with it.
Excellent. All right. So, when was it that you realized that you had? I kind of asked this before, but I kind of want to dig into your recruiting process, playing at the next level. When was it that you realized, like, wow, I actually have something here? Was it somebody spoke to you? Was it a performance that you had? Like, what was that like for you mentally to be like that light bulb went on and you were like, wow, I've got what it takes to
I
pitch
would
at the next level?
say when that first coach like texted me, that was definitely when like oh like I have a chance at playing next level.
So let's talk about the recruiting process because you had an interesting one,
Yes, sir.
right? What was that like? Take me through a little bit of what it was like.
Well, I got like a lot of moves from Twitter.
Hmm.
Like I had a lot of schools message me, but I got my school where I'm at right now, Wabash. I knew like a recruiter, and he like knew a coach there, and they liked what they saw, so they asked me to come out and throw for them, so I did, and they offered me right there.
So you also, I'm going to come back to Wabash, but
Sure.
you also went up to the whole Northeast, New
Yeah.
York. Remember any of the schools in New York that you went to?
Yeah, it was a Long Island. There was like Wagner, like Russell Sage. Like there was a lot of small schools, but it was definitely a great experience going up north. A lot different
Yeah.
than down here.
One of my many sisters, I have four sisters. One of them graduated from Russell Sage. Funny you say that. Did you go outside at all this morning?
Yeah, we had practice.
Did that make you second guess your choice to go to a cold climate and not
Uh,
Florida?
it definitely was. I definitely was thinking about that, but I mean, it's too late now. So
So let's talk about Wabash, right? You go up, you go for a visit. Now they're known for turning out great pitching,
yes, sir.
right? What was it there that you liked? Why was that a perfect fit for Brandon Smith?
Um, I liked all our coaches because they were like young, and it seemed like they knew a lot. And then my like it was like I could choose like an all right, pretty good jugo here, or like just go one of the best up north. And I like knew that I wanted to go to one of the best.
Are you nervous at all going so far away from? I mean, it's a short plane ride. It's an easy plane ride,
Yeah, it's
but it's also far away, right? You're traveling the furthest out of all your teammates. Is that a tough? Is that scary at all for you? Like, what's that feel like?
yeah. I would say it's definitely scary. Just like knowing like I'm going to Illinois and not knowing anybody. Like that's definitely a scary feeling.
Now, what's the over under on mom and dad visits?
Uh,
Is it 6, 8? What's the
hopefully, hopefully it's pretty often.
excellent, excellent. All righty, let's get into some speed round. Okay, you ready? Who keeps the dugout the most fired up?
Jace.
Favorite artist or band right now?
Uh, I like Drake.
Who has the weirdest superstition or pregame routine?
I would say Josh.
Is that more of his pregame?
Yeah, it was pregame.
Yeah, we've heard that one before. Are you superstitious at all?
Yeah. Every time I pitch, I wear the same underwear. Like I wash it, but I always wear the same one.
um, on the team, who would forget their cleats on game day?
Uh, I feel like Weston would.
Game on the line, who do you want on the mound?
I want Brooks.
Favorite baseball movie?
Sandlot.
Who are the three fastest players on the team?
I would say Jace, Jack, and Baker probably.
Who's the funniest?
Definitely Luke Rod.
Favorite romantic comedy?
10 Things I Hate About You.
Who throws the hardest, not named Josh?
Omar.
Who would be the best future coach?
I can see Drew being a good coach.
What's your pregame hype song?
Uh, I don't know. I like listening to like more like chill songs
Like,
when I like Claro,
that's right. I'm a
like
Billy Joel guy,
Lana Del
man.
Rey, and like some Frank Sinatra too.
Going old school.
Yeah.
Old school. Who has the best hair on the team?
Uh, I would say probably like Dylan.
Who has the best style? Well, Dylan better enjoy it now because both his grandfathers are bald and all his uncles are bald. His dad's the only Slocum male with hair, so your odds aren't very good.
I would say Brooks is the best style.
Brooks with the best style. Um, who has the smoothest swing on the team?
JP.
Nice. Who's the best defensive player?
Mm, probably Cade.
Who talks the most trash on the team?
Uh, Probably Omar. Omar talks a lot.
Who's the best poker player?
Max.
Max. Max getting your name called a lot. Favorite ballpark snack?
Just a hot dog.
Uh, who has the worst music taste on the team?
Definitely Max.
Last song you listened to?
I think it was Made in Japan.
Favorite movie?
Interstellar.
Who's the best teammate or leader in the locker room?
Uh, Probably Jace.
Who's pushed you to be the best version of yourself?
Josh.
What's the best nickname on the team?
Uh, hmm. I like Luke Rod.
Look, that's good. I'm surprised we didn't get more B. Smitty. We did get one B.
Yeah, we
Smitty.
got one.
We did get one B. Smitty. If you could train with any major league ball player, who would it be?
Probably Paul Skeens.
Who's most gullible on the team?
Yepes.
Game on the line. Who do you want at the plate?
Give me Jack.
Who would you trust to plan the team trip? Road trip.
Maybe Cade. Yeah, Cade.
All right. And if you could watch a baseball game all day long, just watch nothing but baseball with any person alive or dead, who is it going to be?
Probably my dad.
Awesome. All righty. If you could date one actress, model, athlete, who would it be?
Madeline Klein.
Nice. Awesome. All right. Well, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you, bud. All righty, we're back. Last interview of the night. Last senior to go will be Max Min, and then we'll dial up for the next ones. We'll dial up some of the juniors because we got a lot of colorful ones. I got to interview a few of them during the media day. They were a lot of fun, so we'll kind of bring the next crowd out. But this is one I've known for a long time as well, Max Min. How's it going, bud?
Good.
All right, so tell me a little bit about your family, siblings, where'd you grow up?
Yeah. My mom moved here when she was like from Korea and stuff. She moved here like after college, and honestly, I don't think it was that hard for her, honestly. And my dad, he's kind of lived here his whole life, so
Yeah, I already know who the smartest one is because I know your parents. So I already know who's the smartest one in your family.
yeah, that's me, I think.
Alrighty, how about siblings? Brothers, sisters?
Yeah, I have one brother, Mark. Yeah, he's a junior in college right now.
Nice. Where's he going to school?
UT Austin.
Awesome. So you're a Longhorn fan?
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
Alrighty, who's the best athlete in your family?
Like no glaze or anything, but I say me.
Who's the smartest one in your family? And you can't lie because I already know who the smartest one in your family.
I'd say my dad, honestly.
Nice. And your mom sets a really high bar.
Yeah.
Your mom. I don't work with your mom, but I work with people at your mom's role.
Oh yeah.
All the time, and they're a lot smarter than I am. That's for sure. Who's the? What sports did you play growing up? Where did you grow up first?
I grew up in Or for a little bit, I lived in Cedar Park for a little bit,
Okay.
and then I like moved to like Round Rock when I was like 5 or something.
All right. So you were Cactus Ranch, Walsh,
Yeah.
Round Rock.
Mhm.
What sports did you play growing up?
I played a lot of soccer, honestly, and basketball, and then I picked up like baseball when I was like 8, I think.
8. And then when did you stop playing soccer, basketball?
I stick with basketball till like freshman year of
Hmm.
high school, and then soccer I kind of quit when I was like 10.
Awesome. Alrighty. And what's your earliest baseball memory?
Uh, I think just like my uncle teaching me how to play. It was fun.
When did you first picture yourself as a high school baseball player? Like, when did you first think about it? Was it freshman year? Did you ever at Cactus Ranch or Walsh know any of the older baseball players or see like Dragon Skills that said, "Hey, I want to go play here"?
Yeah, I think I feel like middle school, you know, seeing like my brother's friends play, it was cool. So
Now,
I knew I wanted to do that.
where did you think you'd be playing when you pictured yourself, junior, senior? Where did you think Max Min would be playing?
Like position wise,
Yeah.
I kind of thought like second base, honestly. Like when I first started, I played like infield. So
Excellent. Now, do you remember Dragon Scales coming to school at all?
honestly, I don't.
No. Now,
Much.
what's it like for you today to go into Cactus Ranch and have the kids looking up to you? What's that feel like?
It's cool, you know. It's like being an inspiration for others is always cool.
Excellent. All right, so let's talk a little bit. You started playing baseball at how old? 8, you said?
Yeah,
Was that like
very.
Round Rock Rec League?
Yeah, it was RVL.
Awesome. And then what travel orgs did you play with?
I kind of moved around a lot, but at first I started with like the Mad Dogs, and then I went to like Action, GPS, like Titans, and then Marucci.
Nice.
A lot of different clubs.
So you played with a lot of the guys here or throughout crossed over paths.
Yeah, played with a lot of them.
What's your most memorable baseball play ever? Could be on the mound, could be at second base, could be in the outfield.
Uh, I'd say sophomore year we played like Gateway in a tournament, and I got in with like the bases loaded, and I struck out the last kid.
All right, let's talk a little bit about pitching. All right, so when did you start this sidewinder? Did Brandon Puffer have a little influence on that?
No, it was like my first select coach,
Hmm.
Coach Moyer. It's like when I first started playing, I already had like a kind of like lower arm slot, so he
Hmm.
just like suggested it one time, and it was pretty good. So I just like stuck with it.
What is it? Do you think it's harder to master pitches? You know, because you run a slider, right? You have a,
Mhm.
what pitches do you throw?
Right now, I just throw like a two seam, four seam, and a slider.
Is it harder, you think, to control the pitches? Is it easier? I mean, it creates natural movement,
Hmm.
right, when you're throwing it that way.
I feel like slider, honestly, I feel like that's like been easier for me to control.
Excellent. How do you, right? So you're in a mix with a lot of pitchers right now, right? You get some reps in the outfield, pitching, you've done great when you come in, but you're also, you're fighting. How do you keep a good attitude? How do you stay positive and the fun Maxman that you are? You know what I mean? And not get discouraged.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just like my teammates. Honestly, it's always just like fun with them and like fun winning with them. So anything
E-
I can do to help it's always good.
Excellent. What is your goal for this year?
Um, honestly, just like just to like keep the team like up, like never let get down. Should be the best team that I can.
What does a successful 2026 Rock Hardball season look like to you?
We have to like can't like get too far, but like ahead of us, too far ahead of ourselves. But like first, we got to win district,
Hmm.
and then we just got to keep climbing in playoffs and win the state championship. So
I like it. All righty. Let's go into some speed rounds. Sound good?
sir,
All righty. Favorite ballpark snack?
I like nachos a lot.
Who talks the most trash on the team?
I'd say definitely Brandon. With
Who's the best defensive player?
low key, like in practice, man, like Brandon Smith, like today, man, he made some like flashy plays in the outfield. It was pretty impressive. So,
What's your pregame hype song?
sophomore year, started listening to "Good for You" by Olivia Rodrigo before every game. So,
Who has the best hair on the team?
I'd say, I'd say Brooks. You know, his short hair looks good today. So,
Who has the
sorry.
best style, dress style?
Uh, honestly, like Brooks, like sophomore year, man, like he would come, he would come in with like some jorts and like a nice tee.
Jorts.
It was cool, man. That was good.
Game on the line. Who do you want at the plate?
Honestly, like I feel like this guy just doesn't feel any pressure, man. So I feel like Dylan Slocum, like dark horse pick right there.
Who would win a game? Who would win? Who would win team poker? Who's the best poker player?
I mean,
I know you play,
I'm
so I'm
definitely
gonna.
like the best, but I don't know if like second place would probably be like definitely not Maddox. He's probably first out, honestly. You know, give me like Dylan Slocum, man. He's always like working hard.
All right, so
School-wise.
you and Dylan pick two more. You're in the World Series of Poker, but it's teams version.
Team
I'm just
version.
making it up as we go. So you got to pick four players on your team. So you, Dylan, who the other two that you're taking to win the jackpot?
Uh, I got like Kate Goddard now. He's kind of safe, so
The quiet,
I
sneaky
like
one,
that. Yeah,
the silent assassin.
it's not bad. Uh, no, we need like good chemistry, like a glue guy. So I'll take Luke Rod.
Luke Rudd. All right, there you go. Favorite romantic comedy?
I forgot what it was called, but it was like the one with like Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell. That was pretty good.
Who has the worst music taste?
Probably Maddox for sure.
Now, a few people said you had the worst music taste, right?
They just don't like variety, I guess. I don't know.
Who keeps the dugout the most fired up?
Pullman and Jace, always getting the chance going.
Who throws the hardest, not named Josh Horvath? Or Omar? How about this? I'm going to make it a little tougher.
Okay.
They don't have to throw the fastest. It just seems like they throw the hardest.
Not Luke Rod. Kind of a barrel party up there sometimes. Whenever Brandon's healthy, it looks pretty good, man.
What's the last song you listened to?
I think "For Fun" by Lil Uzi Vert.
Who would be the best future coach?
I feel like honestly, Jack Oppel, man. He's always like sharing knowledge to us sometimes. So I think
Favorite baseball movie?
definitely Bench Warmers. It's a funny movie.
Two funniest teammates. You got to pick two players to keep the whole dugout loose when the pressure's the hottest. Who's the funniest that just.
Not Maddox. Brooks. Brooks is funny. So I say Brooks, and I say Brandon.
Brooks and Brandon. All right. Who has the smoothest swing on the team?
Low-key, Slocum's swing is honestly like butter smooth, bro. I love it.
Best nickname on the team?
That's nickname. B. Spitty is a good one.
I like B. Smitty. Best golfer?
I think. It's definitely Yepes. I heard he's pretty good, man. So
Best favorite nickname?
favorite nickname, just like
Yeah. Who on the team has the funniest nickname? Two-part question. There you go. So,
yeah.
what's your favorite nickname? And it could be anybody, pro player, Major League Baseball.
Sophomore year, I'd say like B. Grippy instead of like B. Smitty. We'd say like Grippy.
Who's the most gullible teammate?
It's definitely JP.
Who would you trust to plan a team road trip? Spring break, 3 days away. One person has to plan it. Food, shelter,
Food, man.
drive, get you there. You name it.
I can just do like their separate parts. Food, obvious answer, Luke Rod. Drive. Not K Goddard. Last time I was in the car with K Goddard, he crashed. So
You know, I think Brooks is a safe driver, and then House, man. I think Goddard. I think he's pretty safe guy. So
All right. So speaking of safe drivers, what happened to the white car?
you know,
Too soon?
some unfortunate events happened, man. Got unlucky. I mean, but it was fun while I had it. So
That was a unique story, by the way.
thank you.
I've never known a friend. I've had a lot of friends over the years. I've had a lot of not. I've had a lot of crazy friends over the years. I've never had a friend's car catch fire while driving it. Who are the three fastest players on the team?
Gotta say, me, Baker, and I got Bradshaw. Good 60 time.
Favorite movie?
Uh, honestly, like Batman, The
Batman.
Dark Knight. Yeah,
We had a Spider-Man now, a Batman. Who's most likely to forget their cleats on game day?
definitely Slocum. Forgot his jersey sophomore year. So
And his pants this year, but we don't talk about that one.
I didn't know that, but
Yeah. Who's most likely to be late? To show up late?
other than the Brandon, definitely Slocum again.
Um, who's the best teammate or leader in the locker room?
Uh, Quinn's always trying to keep things positive. So I respect it.
Who's pushed you this year to be the best version of Max Min?
I'd say Dylan Slocum, man, my locker buddy, my throwing partner, always keep me humble and stuff.
Game on the line. Who do you want on the mound?
Loki, I got Diego Nunez. Sleeper pick, but I think,
I like sleeper picks.
yeah,
They're unique. I like them.
uh,
Normally, he's more gullible. That's normally the one he gets picked for. He only got that once tonight. He only got that one time. Favorite artist or band right now?
favorite artist. Addison Rae has been making some good songs recently.
Are you superstitious?
Uh, Other than like the song I listen to before every game,
So that's it. So it's
that's
pretty
it.
simple.
Mhm.
Who has the weirdest superstition or pregame ritual?
It's definitely Weston. Like doesn't wash his socks. I mean, it kind of smells sometimes. It's pretty bad. So
Alrighty. If you could spend a day watching baseball games with anyone, dead or alive, who would it be?
I'd say my dad. No,
If you could train with any MLB player for a day, who would it be?
I'd say the goat Shohei. Great hitter, great pitcher, Asian American man. Aspire to be like him one day. So
All right. And now you can go on a date. Any actress, famous person, movie, musician, athlete, who's it going to be?
Probably some like soccer girls at McNeese, man. They got some good ones there.
I'm not even going there. Maximin, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.